Malchut of Hod. And imagine a scene that we have a king, and suddenly the king comes out with a public announcement that he made a sin and he confesses for the sin. Can you imagine now a president or a prime minister coming and saying, "My dear nation, I have sinned"? That will never happen. But imagine, hypothetically, we have a king and he comes and admits a sin. Would you think that he's an amazing leader, or would you say, he sinned? Then our sages say, Ashrei Hador, happy is the nation, shehamelech oseh tshuva, when the king does tshuva. Happy is the generation that you have a leader that is able to admit, I did a mistake, but I'm doing tshuva. There is a verse in the book of Vayikra, in Parashat Vayikra, but in the book of Vayikra, chapter 4, it says, Asher nasi yechta, when a leader will sin. So our sages say, taking the verse from the book of Vayikra, and you can find it in chapter 4, and it says, Asher nasi yechta, when a leader will sin. So on that, our sages say, happy is the generation that they have a leader that in our terminology is man enough to say, I've sinned, I made a mistake, but I'm doing tshuva. So admitting, this is again going back to the hoda'ah, the hod is vidui, I admit, but I admit in front of other people. And when a person does that, you know what it does to the person? It adds to the person what's called hod vehadar. We explained that already a few classes ago, this majestic beauty. Hod vehadar, we sing that in Eshet Chayil. Hod vehadar levusha, she's dressed with glory and majestic beauty. Very few people that know how to admit publicly to the mistake that they did. People don't understand that sometimes with one word they will destroy a person, and the person, that's it, the person is kaput. And if they would come out to the public and say, listen, I made a mistake, I made a wrong observation, or I said something wrong, can you imagine how you reverse the situation? Not too long ago, somebody came. I give him credit because he came, because most don't come. But he came, and he came to my wife and me, and he says, listen, I want to apologize because I spoke Lashon Hara about you both. So my wife is like a mush. Oh, no, I forgive you right away. And he looked at me and he was like, do you forgive me? I said, no, I don't forgive you. He says, but I made an effort. I came. I'm sorry. I said, you know when I'll forgive you? Go and announce it publicly. Let's see you going out now and put it on Facebook or whatever you want. Announce publicly that you are apologizing because you slandered my name. Then I'll forgive you. So, and I do give him some credit because the 99% don't come and admit. And he at least had a little bit of courage to come and say, I'm sorry. It was just the three of us. I sorry, talk Lashon Hara about you both. So I said, good. I'm happy that you're acknowledging it. Now go and say it publicly.